Focus Up Show every Saturday, 9 a.m.
Tap in or tap out. Fellas, top of the morning.
Top to top.
How y'all gentlemen doing this morning?
Great. Good morning, everybody. Morning.
Mr. L. Pooh, Mr. L. Pooh. How was your week, mister?
Hey, I made it through once again. I'm here. I can't say no more. Hey, say less.
That's right. Mr. Wall. How was your week?
Excellent. All
That's
glory
right.
to God.
Yes, sir. Good to hear, Mr. T. How was your week?
Hey, whole lot cooler. So that was nice.
Oh my God.
Right.
Tell me about it, brother. Oh my God.
Yeah, that heat was something else, man. I don't know why we was being punished like that, but I'm glad the punishment is over. You know what I mean?
I'm definitely looking forward to freezing my ass off for the next few months in Lancaster. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we need for sure a little bit more relief on that, man. But today is September 17th. Appreciate y'all tapping into the Focus Up show. Appreciate y'all continue to like, subscribe, and share our podcast. And we got a guest. Mr. Walk, you want to take the flow?
Well, we had a real trying week. Last almost a week ago, we lost another young rapper, PNB Rock from Philly. He been out here in California for the last maybe 3-4 years doing his music. He's living out here. Got him a nice little beautiful chick, kids and everything. So I guess he got a little extra comfortable. And since we were gonna talk about a rapper, we said let's get us a rapper on today. And we got my man from Compton, Mr. Toppy Woppy, and he got a new project out.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How you doing, brother?
Doing good. You know what I'm saying? Loving this air, loving this life. Just happy to be here.
Indeed. So I'm sure we're gonna get into your project or we're gonna talk about the project now, or we're gonna get into that a little bit after we talk about PNB Rock. How y'all want to do it, fellas?
Take the flow.
Okay, so we're gonna get to your project a little bit after we talk about PNB Rock. This incident that happened. I'm sure you heard about it. And what are you guys' thoughts on it? Let's get a little dialogue going about Mr. PNB Rock. Rest in peace to the young brother. He was only He was 30 years old.
Yeah.
It's
Well, my
a sad
view on that situation, being a rapper and being successful, having money and stuff like that, you can't go on live because it's a jungle out there. And if you live, people know you're in the city, you've been living there forever, you know exactly where a person at when you see the background and stuff like that. So you flashing money, jewelry, got a nice car. It's just like you're prey. So you have to be careful because people are watching, and you got jackers out there and they mean business. They gonna take your life for something that they want to have for self-gratification. So that's what it's all about in the jungle. It's a jungle out here. It doesn't matter if you're rich, poor. If you got something that somebody want, they take your hamburger, they kill you for a hamburger. They sure gonna kill you for your chain.
Definite. It's like I know a lot of times when I'm watching Facebook or Twitter or Instagram where I see people, especially if they're in LA, I'll be like, oh, you can look and see like, oh, that's Tams right there. That's the Metro Center or whatever right there. You will know where somebody at. And a lot of time they don't necessarily even have to drop a location. So, it's just a terrible situation. I just feel like the young brother just got a little too comfortable because look, I'm gonna speak on it for me. I've been going to New Orleans back and forth. I got family out there. I've been going out. I was born out there. I've been going back and forth since I was like 7 years old. I don't feel that comfortable when I'm out in New Orleans because I don't know the grit and the grind. I can't see myself living in Philadelphia for 4 years and just feeling so comfortable. I'm gonna go to any neighborhood and just rock the big old chain and the nice watch and all that stuff. So I don't know what the young man was thinking.
I don't know. Maybe he just wanted some Roscoe's because Roscoe is a very popular spot. But one thing I do know, if you go to Roscoe's, you better go to Pasadena. Don't go, if you go to any Roscoe's, don't go to the one on Main and Manchester. You in the middle of everything. If you want to know what South Central is, what the middle of South Central, where everything happens, is right there at Roscoe's on Main and Manchester. If you don't believe me, ask PNB Rock.
Ouch.
This is a reality that the younger generation has created. And, in my days, you had to go stomp the pavement, to do what they're doing now. You could just imagine, youngsters in the trap house, got ones on the couch, sitting there scrolling through their cell phone. Just scrolling. We called it joyriding back in the day. You had to joyride on the street to go, hit a lick or whatever the case may be. But now you got these youngsters joyriding on their cell phone. That's all you got to do when you're sitting at the house. Oh, bing. There you go. Bingo. All right, homie. Strap up. And they out. So they make it so simple these days to go out and commit these crimes to where it's like they gotta learn quick. They gotta learn quick, man, because it's just too easy to do it these days, man. It's just too easy to do it, and it's a sad situation. But at the same time, people was killing for Dayton's back in the day. You know what I mean? Now you got diamonds on your neck. You're a target. You making yourself and whoever you would a target.
Move in silence. The bottom line is, this not only just a target, but you just got to know you just can't do all the same things you used to do. And you definitely don't want to advertise. It's crazy out here. You can't even go to Melrose nowadays. They're robbing people in the places that they normally didn't. So you especially can't be going to Maine and Manchester. Bragging about it.
You think about it, back in the day, you walk the street with a ski mask on, you be looked at like, whoa, what this dude doing? Now you got a ski mask on and you won't be looked at crazy because of the COVID. You know what I mean? I think society is really lucky that there hasn't been multiple crimes committed because you're able to put a mask on when you're going inside of different establishments. You understand what I mean? I thought it was going to be much worse. Coming from where I came from, I thought it was going to be much worse, but it ain't as bad as I thought. There's been a lot of crimes committed with the face mask and stuff on, but at the same time, it could be worse.
Wow. Well, this. Hey, excuse me, brother. My apologies for being late, but I just wanted to tap in on this and participate in the conversation. I want to ask Mr. Toppy Woppy, how do a rapper survive in South Central? What's the best? How do you move in South Central to move smoothly? What do you got to do, bro?
Well, myself, you got to be able to, first of all, have respect in the streets. When you have respect in people, you do shit for people you don't speak about. You just, it's a certain level of respect that there is anyway. And then when you're flamboyant, when you're moving falls, getting high, drinking, talking shit to people because you feel you better than other people, you gotta be level. You gotta be one with people. You gotta be on the same level they're on. I'll speak on Nip. If I was Nip, I wouldn't have been over there. I wouldn't have been in there. I would have let my store run itself. You know what I'm saying? And you can't put yourself in harm's way is what I'm saying. So in order to survive out there, you got to know how to move. If you don't know how to move strategically through the jungle, you're going to get attacked. It's just that simple.
That's true. And let me tell you,
because everything starts with respect. Everything is about respect. If you don't have no respect and you don't give none, you're not going to get none. You're going to be laid out in your car, at the store, at the gas station, coming out your baby mama house because people watching.
Right.
You can't get comfortable as number one.
It's a sad life, but I tell my girls all the time, either you're gonna be the sheep or the wolf. Which one you want to be?
I kind of feel like in the city of in the Los Angeles area, that it looks so beautiful. Like I'm from LA, and whenever I go out there, I'll be like, man, I see why everybody want to come out here. It looks gorgeous, but a lot of people don't realize that it's a lot of dangerous cats here. Like IC said, it's over 55,000 active gang members just in the city of Los Angeles alone.
Can I add to that? Let me tell you young rappers one thing. I know y'all don't like to listen to your elders, but you need to go back 30 years and listen to Ice Cube, How to Survive in South Central. It gives you everything you need to know right there in that one song. Real talk.
I got a question, Mr. Toppy Woppy. As far as the gangs of LA, we hear about this checking in. We losing the brother. We lost the brother. Okay. Well, what I was gonna ask the brother, hopefully he'll click back on. But as far as the checking in goes, let's see if we can bring him back on. And okay. Well, as far as the checking in goes, active gang members, do y'all feel like it's possible for the gangs to come together? And is there really a chain of command in all these different sets in Los Angeles? Can they put the word out to say, okay, this is what we're not gonna do as a gang? If you from this set, if you from this set, can gangs in LA come together in the sense of, is there like a unity or organization and structure where a gang can say, this is what we're not gonna do? We're not gonna run up on people when they with their family and shoot and kill them. If you do that, a DP coming your way. Is there any kind of structure like that in the LA gangs, Mr. Toppy Woppy?
I can hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Okay, now go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Is there any kind of structure in the LA gangs as to where they could put out to all the young gangsters or the young G's or whatever? Can they put out the word to say, this is what we're not gonna do? We're not gonna run up on nobody when they with their wife or children and try to steal their jewelry. Can gangs organize to that degree?
I'm gonna say it like this. There's certain people that can make things happen as far as I'm gonna speak on Compton, because Compton we're a little different from LA, but we have meetings. They're making all these new hybrid gangs. The original gangs are listen, but the hybrid gangs is the ones that don't have no type of rules. Right. They do what they want to do.
Okay.
That's what people got to understand. There's new gangs. You don't even know all the gangs in LA now. Mm-hmm. There's hybrids, the Bloods and Crips getting together. There's Cholos and SAs getting together, as Cholos and Asian gangs getting together doing stuff, Blacks and Asian. So, but they won't be able, we can't really control it because the youngsters is out of hand. The youngsters is killing the G's. As soon as the G's be like, hey, let's have a meeting. What your old ass, man, if you don't get, that's why I said, you got to have respect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nip was respected. He was respected, but he got comfortable. Man. You know what I'm saying? Why are you got bread now? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you supposed to pop in and pop out. Your job is not to confront nobody. You let the little homies in the other, you're the king on the chessboard. You supposed to not be the one saying having no say so. Your say so is from a distance, like Big U. Big U is in the background. You know what I'm saying? His voice is heard, and his soldiers move when told so. So, like I said, but when you got these Heiberg gangs, and everybody else is on the one accord, they like, man, we don't listen to them old ass gang members. We do us. You know what I'm saying? PPP gone, Donald Trump gone, EDD gone. Now guess what? We got to do what we got to do, because that was the only hustle they had. So now it's robbing and killing.
Hey, Toppy Woppy, I had a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you did projects with the Blue Side?
Yeah, I did a song with Crip Back.
And how was the energy? How was the energy between your side and his side? How was it that day?
Well, I'll say it like this: business is business, and whoever's in my entourage are going to be professional, because you know what I'm saying. I don't allow no weed smoking, no drinking. Y'all can if y'all gonna be on some bullshit, you know what I'm saying, go on this way, because I'm a businessman first. First of all, I'm a man. I'm a businessman. So we're gonna go in here with business minds. We're not going in here on no Crip and Bloods stuff. You know what I'm saying? I have Crip homies, and I tell my homies if they Crips, I say, hey, say cuz all you want to, because that you're having a conversation with me. It's just a conversation. Hey, cuz, let's go to the store. All right, well, come on, let's go, blood. It's just a conversation. Because you can have a Crip and another Crip, when they mad at each other, that same cuz gonna be in a different way. What you say, cuz? No, what you say, cuz? So the word doesn't mean nothing.
Oh, I felt that shit. I felt that shit. All right. So, hey, this is a perfect transition into our next topic. Is gang banging a suicide mission? Who want to
gang banging?
Let's go. Go ahead, Mr. Toppy Woppy.
To me, gang banging is a suicide mission if you on the suicide mission.
Okay, what you mean by that? Elaborate, brother.
I'm gonna elaborate with that. If you want to go into neighborhoods and shoot up people, and you trying to get clout, and you running around popping G's, and you popping youngsters, and you going and spraying on people's walls and going live like, yeah, I did that. You know what I'm saying? It's a suicide mission. Like Indian Red Boy, you know what I'm saying? They went over there disrespecting it. Hey, you see what it got real quick when they caught you slipping. It's a suicide mission if you on a suicide mission.
I would definitely say being a gangster is definitely a suicide mission. Just being in the gang is a suicide mission. And here's the reason why I feel that way. Because every move you make is affiliated with your gang, whether you want it to be or not. Whether you at church, whether you at work, you still can get approached by your enemies. There was a man, this was about like maybe 15 years ago. He transitioned. He was into the church for like 15, 20 years or something. No long gangbanging. Somebody seen him from the early 80s and just came, pulled up beside of him, shot him in the face. He lived, he survived, but that's just something that transpired. And that was from his history. And a lot of times people don't even care whether you not doing that or not anymore. So, and that's something that a lot of people do not realize, who want to play like they in the gang and want to act like, yo, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. This stuff is real freaking serious out here in these streets of LA. I told y'all, I'm in the hood.
Right. Yeah, and I'm gonna say it like this. Me, I go everywhere. I go to the Grace. I go to Ward. I go to Kelly Park, Crip, this encounter. I go anywhere I want to go. I go, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that nothing can happen to me. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that, you know, when you come and you have respect and you do business with other people and I'm looked at in a different way, in a sense, because I'm around them. You know, I'm around everyone. Where the other person, he done did some dirt in 1980. His kids is grown now. They 25, 26. They ain't forgot about their daddy laying in that coffin of mama. So they'll come through and plug your ass. So You know what I'm saying? You know, so yes, it's a suicide mission, but at the same time, you just got to know how to move around and know how to and know how to conversate. You know what I'm saying? Because
we got a comment. We got a comment that was left. Pull that comment back up. That's one of
the reasons that I moved to GA. A ninja was dirty.
Oh, that's LeBron trucking. That's LeBron trucking.
Hey, I want to get the opinion of some other brothers on the panel. Mr. T, is gang banging a suicide mission, brother, in your opinion?
Well, you know, I always, first of all, I respect other people's cultures, and I leave it like that because I'm definitely an outsider. But, you know, obviously I still grew up around all that stuff. You know, some people in different areas, you kind of have to be a gangbanger. But, you know, I grew up in an area that was sort of like a convergence. So all the gangs were around it. So all the gangs kind of went through. So you didn't necessarily have to be a part of that. But, I mean, you know, the problem is, and a lot of times you get associated with these neighborhoods, whether you affiliated or not. So then the question is, are you going to have the positives, the strengths, or just the negatives? You know what I'm saying? So it's different. I mean, you know, some people are going to be compelled to do that for survival. So I got respect for that.
Okay, Mr. El Poo.
At the same time, some people are kind of like born and raised into it too, you know, because gangbanging been around since what, the 70s, basically. And if you was born in the 80s or 90s, and your mother, your father, your uncles, and all them was gangbanging, and you grew up in the hood, you might be just part of the hood. So sometimes some of these people don't even choose the hood. They just was born into the hood. So you can't just say it's a suicide mission if you was just brought up in it. It's just it's our culture now in LA. That's what it is. So I can't say it's a suicide mission.
When you say you've been born, that's like saying you was born on the side of a cliff and you're gonna fall off eventually.
Hey, there was a young poet from 1993. I think his name was Mr. Kiki Loke from Harlem 30s. They not banging on wax, but I think it was called, what was it called? You Only Live Once. But he
niggas
said
off the streets.
Niggas off the streets. But he said, if you live in that hood, you from that gang. Because that does apply sometimes. You might not even be from there. But if the enemy is sliding through, you better run fast or say the right words right away, right quick, and you don't have that much time to even think. So
I know, like growing up in the neighborhoods we grew up in, we grew up mainly around Crip gangs, and I was never put on no gang or nothing like that. But I always looked at Bloods as like outsiders or something different because they wasn't in my circle all the time. So when one came around, and then you see all the Crips converge on them or whatever happens, you know, you look at them like outsiders. So I'm assuming it's the same way if you grew up in the Blood hood. You look at a Crip like an outsider. Like, who this fool and why he's wearing that coming around? You know? So it's like
you're product of your environment, period.
Yeah. Here we go.
And then as you get older and you start meeting people, you going, damn, they do the same shit we do. Because when I was growing up, we was outnumbered 30 to 1. You know, in Compton. So it was like, you know, we had to fight. We had to. And so, you know, you start thinking like, man, your head gets, the homies like, being an underdog, the homies like, yeah, man, they got to come in packs to whoop us. And it brainwashes you. And now you really feel like when you fighting, you really feel like they can't fade you and all this. and it's just really ridiculous as you get older. And you say, God damn, you know, now blacks don't like blacks. That's how I look at it.
Coming from an era of Crocker Sacks, crayons, DCs, painter pants, you know, khaki suits, you know, golf hats, you know, it was a suicide mission back then because when you were active, that's what you wore. It was no guessing if you were active or not. You had that certain type of attire, Levi 501s creased up that could stand up. You wore those type of attires, then you know you got singled out pretty quick. You know, now it's not too much of a suicide mission like back then, but now I think it's just a little bit more out of hand, not controllable. You know, you don't know who's banging these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you run into a kid with checkerboard pants and a purple backpack with a Uzi. He might have a Uzi in that damn backpack.
Yeah, I mean, when the fanny packs came out, I had no idea they was keeping stuff in there besides cash. You know what I mean? But you know, that's just a whole new era we dealing with right now when it comes to this stuff, man.
I want to give a quick shout out to our co-host, First Lady J. She was unable to be on the show today. It would have been nice to have a lady's opinion on the gangbanging culture. Maybe next week or something, we'll bring on a sister who gangbangs and hear a female gangbanger's perspective.
Right. What you saying, Lady J? Gangbanging out there? Oh my God! She on a mission right now.
So yeah, if we can kind of curb that stereotype of suicide mission, you know, somebody else mentioned that it's not normally called a gang; it could be called an organization. You know, all people got to do is just get together and kind of come together on one type of agreement to move forward with a better plan than what's been pushed forward. You know what I mean? I mean, we got a lot of Black educated young brothers out there and sisters out there for the most part that's very talented, you know. And I think if we just put the mindset, push it into a better positive direction, you know, our neighborhoods would be a lot better, you know.
And speaking about changing, we do actually have a number in from Homeboy Industries. If you want to make the transition from not being banged out so much, they have tattoo removal services. That's their phone number, and there's actual a website which is called tattoo removal at homeboyindustries.org. So you know, it's a life that a lot of people are into, and they feel like they can't get out. But I do know that there are some cats who they just so reputable that they don't have to get a put off like it's a certain rapper. Wait a minute, Mr. Toppy Woppy. We gonna get back to you about that. let's do the shout outs, and then we gonna get into Toppy Woppy and his music and see what he got going on.
Sound good. We'll give out these shout outs today as well. Bread Trucking, appreciate you tapping into the Focus Up Show.
Yes, shout out to the Bread Trucking.
Kilo 2, Norla J. Their music is still popping on all music platforms as well as Toppy Woppy. Catch his music on all platforms as well. Muhammad Meats.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Muhammad Meats.
Muhammad Meats. Appreciate you continue to tap in with the Focus Up Show. Homies Way Car Club, Tunnel Vision, and Black August Studios. Appreciate you guys, you know, continue to support the show as well as Wukusu, Wake Up, Clean Up, and Stand Up. Appreciate y'all as well as Disney Magical Adventures. Thank y'all for continue to focus on the Focus Up Show. Like, share, and subscribe.
Definitely.
We got a message from our First Lady.
There you go.
She participating on the show. She says, if you voluntarily join a gang, then you are on a suicide mission. So we officially got the First Lady's opinion on the subject.
Agreed.
Yes, cool.
Definitely.
Cool.
So what you got going on, Mr. Toppy Woppy? So we got a chance to listen to some of your music. I'm gonna say, like, I know Mr. Toppy Woppy. I know your brother Daryl. That's my guy right there. I was in Moreno Valley. We went to a bar. Then we came home to this crib drunk, and we watched your videos all night. I was like, this your bro, he rap like. We watched your videos all night. You know, Daryl is crazy. I was tripping out the video with him in it. I thought he was gonna say something, do something crazy because you know he's funny as hell. But I got a chance to check your stuff out and even your new music. I like that. We gang banging on everything. That's my one. That's my one. So go ahead.
Let me ask a question. How long you been rapping, brother?
I started rapping when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
And but the gangbang life took over my, the rapping. You know, I was more active with that then, but I started when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
With a radio, you know, your radio, you just press that record button and have another radio, and then you just start rapping onto that, you know. Okay. And my brother Daryl, he was like, man, you hard, man. I used to be like, yeah, but let's go out and do something. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, as I got older and I went to the feds, I was rapping in the feds. They have beat machines and everything in the feds, and they was like, bro, you hard. You hard. I like your voice. I'm like, man, hey man, you need to. I'm like, man, I'm 36. I'm not gonna get out there doing that. And then you know, but every time we had a show on the yard, like the nurses, the warden, everybody came out and they used to just treat me like a celebrity on the yard. And I'm like, you know what? When I got out, I did 6 years and I had 5 years supervisor's release. I jumped in the studio with Bad Seed, and Bad Seed jumped on one of my songs. Then I did Pen and Crit Charges. That went viral. And it was like, shit, man, I can do this. I'm not going to limit myself to nothing. Old money still spin.
Hey, I'm gonna play DJ Vlad for a moment. Do you want to confess all the crimes you committed and get it on record for us? Come on, we record it and let it be out there so everybody can know what Toppy Woppy did. All the crimes I'm just bullshitting. What's up?
That's how the new age do it. They tell what they do.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And had a video to show, like, yeah, that's me with the gun.
That's me.
They'd be like, yeah, everybody snitching on me. They snitching.
Like the one rapper who went to jail talking about PPP loan made a video. They went to his house, confiscated everything. I mean, you got to be the craziest person to really get on there and talk about
What's the name of the song? It's off PPP.
Now, yeah. Okay. Since we're talking about snitching, real quick, Zero and Trey the Truth. Did y'all see that interview he did after he got jumped by whatever?
Yeah, he dry snitched on. Well, he didn't even dry snitch, nigga. He just said his name.
Man, so you think that was snitching? You call y'all? Do everybody agree that was snitching?
I definitely do.
I don't say it was snitching, homie. That's not snitching. That's just telling.
Telling. Okay.
That's the same thing.
I'm telling mama. I'm telling everybody.
so
wait. I think snitching is behind the scenes. You know what I mean? He just told me.
So Toppy Woppy, you was talking about something during the pre-show about this rapper. What's his name? Yeah, Snoopy Badass.
Yeah.
Issue? Because what is your issue with Mr. Snoopy Badass? I'm gonna let you speak on it.
Well,
make sure you record him, Mr. Florida.
Well, you know, like I said, I'm from the old school, and when things in your neighborhood happens, and you got to be able to not run from it. You got to come and embrace that and get it over with. You know what I'm saying? So Snoopy was from Paris neighborhood crib. We didn't know he was from Paris neighborhood crib. He told on somebody over there. He snitched on somebody from his neighborhood. So he went into Moreno Valley and started banging with Sex Cash. And after Sex Cash, he went and told on the shooting in Moreno Valley, which is back in white as People versus Dozier. You can see that. In 2005, he pulled up to see one of his homeboys get shot. The dude from Avalon came out, cracked on Snoopy's homeboy, and then pointed the gun at Snoopy, and the gun clicked. Snoopy ran to his people's house to tell him his homeboy got killed. The mom and them came back to the crime scene with Snoopy, and Snoopy pointed the dude out at the crime scene and told the police, hey, he shot my homeboy and killed him. He pointed the gun at me, and I ran. I heard it click. So he got the attempted murder on that. You know what I'm saying? And so you said when you talking all this gangster shit and you don't live it, I can't respect it. So, you know, came up with the Hollywood.
I'm not interrupted. Just for the Focus Up show.
Right.
What he's speaking is already documented. This is not like he just making allegations about a person. And this is the reason, because he was just on death row, and I think he got put off death row. I think this was the shortest run of a death row artist ever. Go ahead.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he went to death row. You know, so you know, and as soon as Snoop Dogg put that chain on his neck, he threw a rolling 20 Crip. He hood hopped so much he took Dad's DPG sign and the paws and turned them red and said he DPG. Dad's got on there and said, "This nigga is not from DPG, cuz." You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you get you a Jerry curl, you jump out there, you got the world food, but the real ones know the truth.
Yeah.
Let's play a snippet of the song. What's the name of the song? Introduce the song, brother.
Social media guru. You know, we pee straight through you, beat through you, and we see through you, homie.
Okay, we'll play a snippet of it. Let's check it out.
Social media guru. We pee straight through you. We pee straight through you. We see straight through you. Social media guru. We pee straight through you. We pee straight through you. We see straight through you. You have full face. Can't stop talking about that. You record like
Check out the flow. Check out the flow.
about straps. You a modern day J-Cat. Fuck with blood, you going to the Fed.
All right. There we go. That's the snippet of Mr. Toppy Woppy.
Yeah.
One of his latest releases, Social Media Guru.
Most definitely. Because everybody running the social media nowadays. Back in the days, we had to get on the phone to arrange a fight. Hey, okay, then meet me over here at Thrifty's.
Right.
They go the horn. Hey, I got a question. As far as the production on your music, do you got like a particular producer you work with, or you work with a bunch of different producers?
I work with a bunch of different producers because they jump in my inbox and be like, "Hey man, look, Top, you hard. I got this beat I want to give to you. Can you just do something with that?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I can do something with that." And you know, and beats are everything to me. I love listening to beats, and if that beat suits my needs, I'm gonna feed. You know, but as far as I like sitting on topics and talking. I never disrespect women, you know, calling them bitches, and you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to just bring a new vibe to the scene where, you know what I'm saying. Hey, I'll say something about killing somebody, but I would also in the sense say, you know, we don't promote that shit. The shit happens, so you got to stay ready. So I got banging on everything. I got no hesitation. I got
Thug Life with
Thug
T
Life.
Baby. That's my one right there too with T Baby. How did that collaboration come up with the brother from ATL?
Okay, well, T Baby heard pending Crip charges. Snoopy Badass was talking shit to artists in Atlanta, New York, Philly. You know, he's just like 6'9". He's a black 6'9". He knows how to use his hold on one second. Yeah, he knows how to use a platform to get big. So my buddy, well, I didn't know him at the time. He just got a hold of me and was like, "Hey, Top, would you mind doing a Thug Life with me? Can you jump on that track?" I was like, "Sure." "How much you gonna charge me?" I said, "I'm not gonna charge you anything." He said, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yeah." So he sent the track and I listened to him. I was like, "Damn, this little dude hard." So, you know, I got up on there, hit my verse, gave it back to him. He was like, "God damn, Top, you murdered that shit. You wouldn't mind coming to Atlanta and do a video, would you?" I said, "No, man." He was like, "You serious? You'll come?" I said, "Hey, hold on." I got on the phone. I booked the flight. I said, "I'll be down there on this day. Pick me up from the airport." He was like, "I bet." So I paid for my ticket. I flew down there. And then I was like, "Hey, I'm going to jump on this Airbnb and rent me a car." He was like, "You ain't got to do nothing. You want to stay at my house, you can." And they live in the projects. You know what I'm saying? These little kids running around 11 years old, 10 with pistols, big pistols. I'm looking out the window like, this shit is not real. Big, long TV, big ass trees. And they like, "Toppy here." So it was like 40, 50 dudes coming to the house to shake my hand And then we did the video and stuff like that. And much love to T Baby. Red Star Entertainment's my label. He owned it. Red Star Entertainment.
That's what's up. Look like y'all had a lot of fun. Some beautiful black sisters in there. Oh yeah. Hey man,
Most definitely.
send me an invite to the next video.
I even went on ahead and started doing R&B too. I got a one song called "Activated" out right now. I'm about to do the video.
One.
And and I got one called "Foreplay."
Is that the one with you in the hotel with the shirt off, brother?
That's the one.
With the Hefner robe and the beautiful chick on the bed. Okay, I'll be checking you out, my brother. I'll be checking you out.
Because I said when I do my shows, I like to turn it up, and I was like, you know what? The only way I could turn it down is to do something for the ladies. So I started doing stuff like that, and it works because a lot of people's like, hey man, hey, we like what you're doing. I like to be positive with everything I do, and rational, and being a rational person is everything from survival. Because out here, man, you have to be rational with people. You have to be able to be open to speak and not be afraid to talk to what used to be your enemies or are your enemies. You get what I'm saying? Because they have to have when you have an understanding, what's understood don't need to be explained.
Where that horn at? Where you up, El Pooh?
Yeah, I got a question for you. Hey, so how you feel about those young people trying to regulate, what the older people should be doing or what they shouldn't be doing as far as, rapping and stuff?
Well, I feel that what I say it like this: Mayweather, he comes in the ring and he's still undefeated. He whipping on young people and all that. You're gonna always have a younger person that know it all. Because see, I have a son that's 27. I have a son that's 15, and they know it all. You can't tell them nothing. So, with that being said, you can't control or predict what anybody is going to do. All I can say is, hey, go on ahead and say what you say, and I'll show you. You say you hard rapping and you young? Okay, give me a verse on your shit, and we're going to see who takes the show over. You know what I mean? Because I have a lot of wisdom. I've been through shit. You know what I'm saying? And if I can most definitely look another crip in his eyes that I was shooting at and forgive him, shit, man, I can forgive everything. And then at the same time, being older, you would want me to be at your show before you have a young dude at your show, because they looking at me like he's a G. He ripped the show. Everybody loved it. Was no bullshit in the show. But when you have a young dude, he gonna want to try a young dude. Ain't no young dude gonna want to try an older dude. They like, he a G. He done did this shit already. Yeah. So when you sign a young dude, he might last 1-2 years. Because he doing dumb shit. He's flashing money, showing jewelry. I bought my mama this house. I got this and all that shit. Then they watching like, okay, we gonna peel him for his shit. Older dude like me, I'm not gonna get on here flashing money and do it. Hey, if you see me in my low rider, you see me in my low rider. You see me in my Escalade, you see me in my Escalade. You see me, hey, but I'm humble, and that's what people need to be. When you're not humble, shit happens to you. You have to be humble with everything you do. You have to be respectful. I'm not gonna go off and tell everybody I bought homeless people some pizzas and chime in, because I'm not going to do that. The Bible says that you're not supposed to expose people like that. Do it out the bottom of your heart. So everything I do from the bottom of my heart. I can be a real big celebrity. I still give a person I won't even charge a person for a verse, because I know how it was to when I didn't have money trying to do something. So I can't get you, because if you got all this money, you should be able to give a person a free verse.
Cool. Thanks.
Much respect for that.
Thank you for that, Toppy Woppy. Thank you for that, brother. Greatly appreciate it.
Definitely salute. Hey, Toppy Woppy, you welcome to the Focus Up Show anytime. Thanks for coming on.
I appreciate every lot. I appreciate all of you and the food. that you give to nurture people's souls. And I appreciate you all as black men.
Hey, before we say goodbye, brother, how if somebody want to bring you on as a feature or on a show, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, all they got to do is DM me on my Facebook. It's Toppy Woppy, or you can go to Toppy_Woppy on IG. Just DM me, send me that beat. If it's whack, I'm not jumping on it. If it's hard, I'm on it.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hey, thank you for joining the show, brother.
Okay, thanks for having me. I appreciate all of you.
Yes,
Have
sir.
a good day.
All right.
Tell Daryl I said I'm gonna be out there in probably like 2 weeks.
All right, and the new video, Social Media Guru, is gonna be dropping next week and Cinema TV. I did an interview on Cinema TV. That's gonna be dropping at the end of the month. So y'all tap in with it.
All right, thank you, brother.
Copy that.
All right.
Enough respect.
Salute.
Good stuff, fellas.
That was cool.
All right, y'all. We finna keep this movie going, I guess you could say. Are you your worst enemy?
Hey, I'm gonna start this off. This topic is something near and dear. It's just like I know I've been in my own way for years, and I'm speaking for me personally. It's like I know in a lot of cases I've been my own worst enemy. My movements, my actions, everything I do, driving reckless, driving drunk, like having fights old as hell, having a fight in the street with a grown man, all kind of stuff that I've been doing, which has been destructive. And I know I'm not the only person who's doing this, because I actually know people as well who are their own worst enemy. The words that come out their mouth, the vitriol, the hate, it's just a disgusting type of way to be. And now whether there's a cure for it, there's really not no telling, because a lot of times when you're self-destructing, you really don't realize it or know it. But I know this. It was a lot of bumpy roads that I went through where I had to kind of change and regulate a lot of the things I was doing so I could stop being my own worst enemy.
Cool. All right. Minimum worst enemy. There have been times where I was my worst enemy, my own worst enemy, making progress and then throwing it all away, doing something stupid, and you look back at it, and all you can do really is move forward and forgive yourself for hurting yourself, I guess you would say. Because there's things that we do that's not smart, and we know it's not smart going in, but we chasing after something, and you do it, and then it affects you negatively. Like, let's say if you're sitting behind bars and you knew that that's a possible outcome. So that I have been my worst enemy.
Yeah, I could say it's been a minute since I've been my worst enemy. Us at this Focus Up show that we do, I take that word focus very seriously. That means that comes with making the right decisions, and upon making right decisions, you see the growth year after year and what you've been able to achieve by making the right decisions by trying to stay focused. And that's partially on trying to listen to yourself, talking to yourself mentally, or whether it be out verbally, out loud when nobody's around, but you got to continue to stay in tune with yourself. So you don't be your worst enemy. I think that's very important. Each day you wake up with a mindset of trying to stay focused, which entails trying to make the right decisions, whether it's healthy for you or not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. T, are you your worst enemy, man?
Nah, not anymore. Like JC, look, you have the most impact over you. So in a sense, you are the greatest villain in your own life. But yeah, I'm not. I don't get in my own way anymore. I'm too mature, too responsible, too understanding to know the repercussions and consequences of what I do. So yeah, I'm my best ally now.
I like that. I like that. Where's the horn for that one? My best ally now. I like that one. I like that. Mr. El Pooh.
Yeah, I have to agree. You know, I was my worst enemy, but I decided I'm not trying to kill me.
Can you turn your mic up a little, brother?
My mic is down. Hold on.
Yeah,
your mic is your worst enemy.
Low.
Right now, I am my worst enemy.
Oh, there you go. Put that expensive mic to use, brother.
Hey, get you one of these. Get you one of these.
Yeah. But I realized that I'm not trying to kill me. It's other people out there that's actually trying to kill me. So they are my worst enemy. I had to recognize who my enemy is, and my enemy is not me and the people around me or my peoples. See, that's another thing about when you say you know, when we say you, your worst people, I kind of took it as, or we are worst enemies as a people, you know. But still, it all just to keep it on a personal level. Not anymore. I had to grow out of it because I had to get all that negative thinking and all that, you know, all that out of my mindset and just change my whole mindset and get myself being positive and on the right plane. And I became like my man Mr. T said, my best advocate, actually.
That's right.
That's right. I know a lot of cats. It's like a brother of mine. He's like my brother-in-law. Like, and I'm like, this dude cannot stop saying blood. Like, now I know when I'm with my friends, I cuss a lot. It comes out. But I used to trip like, dang, dude, you're talking to your mama, like you're talking to, to your daughter. You know what I'm saying? This good brother though, but I'm like, dude, that's like a lot of times we just have habits that we can't break. That is very hard, and you really have to focus and just change, man. Stop being your own enemy, man. Like I see it a lot.
Cool. So I know an example of being your own worst enemy is it's taking drugs, and you know, is that being your own worst enemy?
Yeah,
taking drugs, and you know, R.I.P. to Mr. DMX, but was he his own worst enemy?
Definitely. That's a perfect example right there. Because he had so many people in his corner that was rooting for him. I remember like 2 years before he passed, I put a big post on Facebook. Like I was just so excited that DMX was getting out because I was just feeling like he's clean and he about to do his thing. And Swiss Beats was going. A lot of different artists was wanting to work with him, and I was real excited. I've always been a big DMX fan, and I kind of feel like he definitely those demons. They just pop up like, hey, hey, demons pop up all the time, and yeah, he was his own worst enemy.
Okay.
Yep.
Man. All right. And speaking of people who passed, R.I.P. to Mr. Jesse Powell. I mean, I wasn't really familiar with his music, but go ahead, Mr. El Pooh. Go ahead. Anybody want to speak on Mr. Jesse Powell?
Infamous.
Yeah, let me go ahead and speak on it. I didn't really meet him. I never met him personally, but I used to kick it with his little brother, you know, Jacob. Shout out to Jacob Powell. That was my boy. Very talented dude and everything. And, you know, his sisters are something for the people, Tina and Tamara, whatever their names are. So he came from a very talented family and everything. And it was just sad to hear this news the other day. The man was only 51 years old. Damn. I want to send a shout out to, you know, and condolences to his whole family and everything. That's all I need to say.
Yes,
Rest
sir.
in peace.
Rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace.
Definitely.
We almost at the end of the show, Mr. JC. Do we got time to touch on that little 10-year-old savage?
Oh man, that's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, we can definitely
tore that house up.
Touch on that. I need to put something out there though. Whoever was whistling when I was making my comment, I'm gonna stick some crackers in your mouth next time.
Who did that?
But yeah, we gonna move the 12-year-old tears up house because cell phone was taken away.
Oh my goodness, man! Let me. I forgot to pull the video up.
That video is disgusting. It's terrible. That little boy tore up the whole house, breaking mirrors. He went from room to room, and destroyed every upstairs and downstairs. It was terrible. But then I asked myself, who the hell raised his little ass?
With no man in that house.
Yeah. His mama raised him. And she was the one on the video crying like, no, that's the spawn of Satan from you.
Yeah, evidently, I think whatever the case may be, the child must have had issues. But how do you deal with a child that's ADHD on level 3 or level 4? How do you deal with a child like that? You can't, how do you do that? If they disabled mentally, they got issues they've been dealing with,
Well, I know this. You don't go from weighing 180 pounds to 600 pounds in one day. That little boy has probably shown that he got some anger issues, and said mother did not contain him. Oh my God, yeah, show that video.
So this is the video. I'm not gonna play the audio, but
I still be beating his ass.
No way.
This is ridiculous, man. He tore that house up.
No way.
Top to bottom. He broke the toilet. Smashed up the toilet. What that got to do with a goddamn phone? That's it. I guess you do use your phone when you're sitting on the toilet, so maybe that's why.
That fool will never see a phone again.
Oh my goodness, man.
I think I got a good reason why he did this.
Go ahead, Elpo.
Because his mama didn't like, share, and subscribe to the Focus Up Show. So
hey, where's that horn at, baby?
That's a good one. Hey, I mean, the first question that most men, as soon as they see this, where in the hell is his daddy at? That's the first question that comes out here. Where is his daddy?
This is like beyond a butt whooping now. This is not even like a butt whooping really not gonna do nothing. This kid needs to be in a mental institution or something where he needs help in some type of medication. Yeah. That's outrageous. What would happen?
You know how much energy it took for him to do all of that?
Ooh, man, real talk.
Yep.
Real talk.
Yep.
Yeah, see, I would have buried his ass and I'd be like, somebody came up in here and tore up my place and took my kid. I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Man,
that sounds good.
Yeah, he definitely
gonna have you on the ropes.
Like that.
Yeah. He needs a psychologist. Something wrong with that.
Violence. That's all I know. That's just violence.
That's because there wasn't no restrictions on his cell phone like it should have been. They giving it to him all at once.
Man, it's crazy.
Then you want to take everything away from him all at once. That don't work like that.
Definitely.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, look like we're at the end. Everybody good? Everybody spoke on what they want to speak on. We
rest in peace, Pat Stay. You even though it's been a week, I just found out yesterday. Rest in peace to the battle rapper. Rest in peace to the battle rapper from Nova Scotia, Canada. Definitely the original white guy in the game. Definitely original at this. He had his own style. It was good at what he did. 36 years old, stabbed to death in the streets of Nova Scotia. Rest in peace.
Sorry to hear that. All right. Well, that's our show. We're about to peace up out of here. Thanks to everybody for watching. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Yep.